Hi there. In this video, I want to talk to you about where marketing fits in the adaptive business plan system. Hi there. My name is Boomy Tokan. All right. Today, we want to look at where marketing actually fits into the adaptive system. Remember, the core of the adaptive business plan system is you plan a little, you take action, you learn, and also you improve your plan. Then plan a little, you take action, you learn, and you plan and improve your plan and go forward like that. All right. Now, here's a question that I get a lot. Where does marketing fit into the system? Where does things like social media, advertising, and building a following, where does that fit? Well, the point is, it fits in squarely, but it fits in the right place, and it fits in differently. And the approach to it is very different from how we have used marketing in the traditional sense or in the traditional way of planning your business. Marketing is still important. Of course, it's always going to be important, but the approach has changed. The way we think about marketing and the way we execute it has fundamentally shifted. But the good news is that the approach that we use now, that I'm going to show you today, is even more practical and more effective than the old ways of doing things. So take a look at some of the old ways. Let's take a look at some of them. The old ways of doing things would be that you plan your marketing in detail. You sit down somewhere, as they say, in your garage, and you plan your marketing for months. You write out a comprehensive marketing strategy before you do anything else. You write out this lofty strategy that you're going to follow. Really? Okay. Then you define your target audience. You know exactly who you're going to sell to, how you're going to sell. You think about their psychographics, their demographics. You write all that out. You create strategies that you're going to pursue. And then you choose the channels that you're going to work with. And guess what? You've done all this, but you've not even spoken one word to your potential clients. So how does that make sense? No, it doesn't anymore. The problem with that approach, that kind of approach, is that it is built on assumptions. It is built on guesswork. It is built on what you think will work. And if you've been in business for a while, you begin to realize that too many times what you think will work and what actually works are two completely different things. Myself and my assistant, we came up with this product idea. I mean, it was so good. And we thought it was going to fly. In fact, we did have the first 2 or 3 candidates who paid upfront for the service. And they were keen to pay. So we thought, wow, this is going to fly. It never went anywhere. Why? Because they couldn't use it. Because they didn't have the knowledge to use the product, even though they wanted it. It required us to actually execute the product for them. We could not do that because it takes hours to do, and they were not prepared to pay for the hours. So the product died. Till today, we talk about it. We reminisce and we say, wow. Well, guess what? Because we followed the system I'm teaching you, which is, you test, you go on, and then you see what your customers say. That learning curve was so quick. From start the product to deciding that the product won't work, it was like, I don't know, 2 months, 2 or 3 months. No, okay, just forget it. It's not going to fly. It's not going to fly. But that's because we were speaking to actual customers. All right. This approach of you writing out your plan, defining your target audience, creating strategies, and deciding on the channels you're going to use without talking to anyone is the old way of doing things. And that approach just don't work. Now, this is it. The shift is from pre-planned to build as you go. Moving from pre-planning to building as you go. Start something, all right, which is not yet your full plan, but something you fully plan first, that's the old way, to something you build as you go. Even your marketing emerges from taking real action. That's where it is. Your marketing moves forward. Your marketing becomes more effective because you're dealing with real feedback. You're having real conversations. Now you can plan based on your experiences and your learning from your clients that you're spoken to. Then you know how to market to them. That's the point. That's the main point that we're stressing today. So marketing fits in a lot in your offer. I'm going to look at a diagram that kind of explains that in a moment. Your offer is the foundation of everything. So what you're offering, okay? Your offer is not just a product description. It's the core message that drives every piece of marketing that you create. So when we look at it, what's your offer? Your offer is what you're selling. Your offer is who you're selling it to. Your offer is why it matters. What's the result that you're planning to deliver for your client? Your offer is those things. Before you can market anything, you need to know what you are marketing. The offer gives you that clarity. Without it, your marketing has no anchor. That's what we're talking about right now. So you're looking at your offer, which is where marketing fits. And let's take a look at what we can talk about next, which is your proof. Now, before investing heavily in marketing, you need to know about your proof. Your proof is the study of your competitors. Your proof is what others are doing. Your proof is what people are already paying for. That tells you that the product has a demand that is useful, but in still not quite perfect here, because where marketing really happens is this. When you start sharing your offer on social media, when you start engaging with your audience on social media, when you start showing up consistently on your social media, that's when you're going to know what and how to market. When you start having real conversations, when you start listening to people, this is where your best marketing insights are going to come from. When you start reaching people that you could not reach before. If you want to make serious money, like I said, nobody spends thousands without talking to you. So when you start showing up, when you start sharing your content, when you start having conversations, that's when you know that, wow, okay, now you are marketing. I want you to think about social media like this, because that's one of the tools that you use in your marketing. Social media is a tool, and it's an effective way for you to talk to people, for you to have conversations with people, not just to broadcast your content. It's also a place for you to test your ideas. And it's a place for you to test or share your offer to people on a consistent basis. There is something else about marketing. It's a place for you to build your tribe as well. When we talk about building a tribe, we're talking about having a group of people that actually want your product, that are going to be loyal to you, that are going to follow you. So as you show up consistently and solve real problems and help real people, then what you're doing there is building your marketing. You're not building your marketing just by writing something that, no, you're showing up. You're solving real problems. You're helping people. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking about you building your marketing. So let's take a look at this diagram that helps us to understand a little bit better about what we're talking about. So your product and your price in the adapted business plan system, that's your adaptive offer. So that combines to mean your offer. So your product and your price, that's your offer. The place and the promotion, that's the adaptive plan, because that combines place and promotion. It prioritizes, okay, this is where the channels through which you're selling and how you're going to communicate to people that you are talking to. So within the marketing mix, you do have your product, price, place, promotion, and how we look at it is to say, well, my offer, that combines my product and my price, and my plan, that covers for the place and the promotion. All right. Now, here's a key insight that I want you to get today. Marketing is no longer something you plan fully before you start. Marketing is not something you cannot plan it fully before you start. It has to come from real interaction. It has to come from conversations. It has to come from the responses. It has to come from the comments that people are making. It's got to come from real feedback, and it's got to come from real results. So therefore, your marketing is built through action that produces results that planning alone can never achieve. Your marketing is built on action that produces results. Your marketing is an evolving process as well. Then again, we come back to this core cycle of plan a little in your marketing, act upon what you plan, learn, then plan again. That's how your marketing should be evolving. It is to be evolving around you. Plan a little, not plan a lot, plan a little, act on what you've planned, learn, and then plan again. That's the whole point. So here's a practical way of looking at it. So let's make this concrete, okay? So planning for 3 months of content, maybe that's too much. Speak to people, have real conversations, post something simple, share your offer, see what works, observe, adopt, learn, and then you get real results from your feedback, and you get real results from your learning. That's what's going to give you the momentum. It used to be weeks ago, I think, going back months ago now, people will say, oh, well, you need to plan for the next 16 weeks what you're going to do, and then you're going to get going. If you're just starting out, how do you know what's going to work? No, you don't know. You need to plan for a shorter period, start having conversations with people, and then moving forward from there. Okay. Your real goal. This is your real goal. It's not perfection. Your real goal is connection. Stop waiting until everything is perfect before you start. You're waiting for your perfect logo. You're waiting for the perfect website or some place where you're going to show up. But your real goal is connection. And this is what I would tell you. I would say, contrary to what many people will tell you, they'll tell you, oh, you need to be on every platform. No, you don't. My opinion is you need to master one platform first. Stop listening to influencers who have got a lot of staff with them, so they can be on Twitter, they can be on LinkedIn, they can be on Facebook, they can be on all those platforms because they've got staff that is doing the work. If you're by yourself or you're a small team, master one channel first before you go on to the next one. So, in other words, what I'm saying to you is this: your marketing has not disappeared, but it's just become more practical, more flexible, and more real under the adaptive business plan system. We don't remove marketing from it, but we actually use marketing in a real sense, to real people, so that we get real results that can then be constructed into a plan. Okay, so if you want the full system that I'm talking about, then I've got a 2-hour workshop which you can get online. It's for $27 or £27. If you take a look in the description box, you will find it there. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you liked it, then do like it. If you like it, do share it. And if you like it, do subscribe to my channel. And until I see you again in the next video, God bless you.